And that right there is the voice of average. Every person out there has it. And if you listen to it, you live an average, mediocre life. If I would have listened to that, I would have went back to bed, fell asleep, woke up, didn't work out, probably ate, and I would have just spiraled into the average thinking. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It is currently 6 o'clock on Saturday and I am back from vacation and I gained a lot of weight. So the past week I was up in Mammoth, California. This is an annual trip I do every single year with my family. During that trip though, I had a week off and I took a week off from everything. I took a week off from running, lifting, my diet, basically just let loose, let everything try to recalibrate so that when I come back, I could start my training. That being said, when I stepped on the scale this morning, you saw it was 203. I was not very happy with that because prior to leaving, I was like 193, averaging 192 a week. But I knew that was gonna happen. It happens every single year. So I'm hoping that within the next couple days, I'm back on my diet, I could see the weight drop. But I'm definitely excited to be back. I am a creature of habit. I really like routine. I really like structure. And as much as I enjoyed my vacation, I was excited to come back and get back into the swing of things. That being said, I set my alarm clock to go off at 4:30 this morning and somehow I ended up getting up at 5:30. I hit snooze apparently a couple times, was not aware of that. I think it's because I was trying to catch up on sleep. On the schedule for today's train, I got 6 miles and then I got a shoulder day. However, I'm gonna break it up. I'm gonna do 3 miles prior to the lifting session and then 3 miles immediately after. Before all of that though, I'm gonna get into my morning routine. So you saw that I woke up, I had my bagel, peanut butter, sugar-free syrup, and then half a banana as my pre-workout. That's probably what I'm gonna be doing every Saturday and Sunday is I'm actually gonna have a pre-workout meal just so I can get used to having some fuel in me and see how I feel doing the longer sessions since I am training to do the Spartan Beast and Spartan Super on the same weekend. So I had that. I'm gonna let that digest. As I'm letting that digest though, I'll do my morning routine of 40 minutes of walking at an incline. During that 40 minutes, I'm gonna be doing my daily devotional, daily Bible read, and then I'm just about to finish up that book on chatter, which means I gotta order some more personal development books. And then I'll be sipping on my pre-workout, which I'm gonna show you guys right now. All right, so this is my pre-workout drink of the gods. First thing you need, Gatorade, 0 sugar. Flavor does not matter. I'm going with fruit punch today. Then I'm gonna go with a scoop of Megawatt, just so that I can get some caffeine and nootropics, I think that's how you call it. It's basically energy and focus in this one. So I'm gonna do a scoop of that, and then I'm gonna do a scoop of Intra-Formance, which this is gonna be beta-alanine and creatine, which is gonna give my muscles the energy they need so they don't get fatigued. And then I'm gonna do a scoop of Intra-Formance, which is a carb powder, which is again gonna give me more energy and sustainability. I think that's the word I wanna use. So you take one, throw it in this bad boy, mix it up, you're good to go. It turns you into Thor himself. So it's funny, taking that week off, all week I was excited to get back to working out, and then like that voice I'm always talking about, the voice of average in your mind. This morning when I woke up and it came to actually pulling the trigger, I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now, I don't really feel like working out. It was very nice laying in bed, my bed, a very comfortable bed. And then also, I'm a little upset that I woke up a little later because my daughter should be waking up in an hour and a half, which is probably right when I'm gonna be on my run, which I'm bummed about that. Because that's one thing that I really loved about break is every morning I'd wake up, I'd be up before my wife and daughter, and then Adeline would come running out and give me a big hug and everything, and it was a good morning start. So I got to get back to waking up at 4:30, possibly even 3, just so that I could be in there when she wakes up, because that's the best part about being a dad, is having a little girl come running in and give you that morning hug. So again, for the next 4 weeks, I'm going to be doing basically the training program. I'm going to be basically doing 5 days of lifting and 6 days of lifting, 6 days of running, and I'm going to basically doing some type of activity 7 days a week. So I'll have one off day of strength training, which will be my running day, and then one off day of running, which I'll just do like arms or something that day. I forgot what it is. I have it programmed. I'm going to be doing this for the next 4 weeks, so that would lead me right into the beginning of the 12-week training program that I'm going to do to get ready for my next Spartan races. As for nutrition, I'm going to probably maintain about 2,400 calories every single day for the next couple weeks. That's still technically a calorie deficit. I'm definitely going to do it for the next 2 weeks at least to try and drop my weight, because I really don't like being over 200 now. It's funny, like all my life when I was in high school I wanted to be over 200. Now that I'm older, I want to be under 200. That's a whole lot of goodness in one contraption. I also haven't had pre-workout in a week too, so I'm kind of excited about this. All right, so I'm gonna jump into my morning routine. And like I said, then I'm gonna jump into a 3-mile run. As soon as I'm done with that 3-mile run, I'm gonna switch out my shoes into my lifting shoes, even though I really don't need them for shoulder day. But anyway, I'm gonna do it anyway. And then I will finish the training day with another 3-mile run. So morning routine, 3-mile run, shoulder workout, which I'll take you guys through, and then another 3-mile run. So let's get it. I'll tell you what, I not only look like trash, I feel like trash. I decided I do not like sitting at 203. Do not like the way I feel when I'm running, and I do not like the way I look with my shirt off. So and this always happens. Every time I say I'm gonna take a week off or do a cheat day or do a cheat meal or whatever, or in this case, a cheat week, I always regret it after. And I try not to beat myself up too much, because I tell myself, like, it's one of the reasons why you do things like that, is now I have that memory and this feeling, because a lot of your decisions in life are based off of feelings. And the way I feel right now will help me next time I want to make one of those decisions of having a cheat week or a cheat meal. I'm going to remember how I feel right now. Not saying it's going to prevent it entirely, but it's probably going to make me force myself to dial it back a little bit, just so I don't feel the way I feel right now. And again, I'm not trying to beat myself up, because I know within a week or so I should be back to where I'm happy with and how I feel. And the reason I feel like trash, it might be because I haven't
I didn't do anything physical for a whole week. So my body has to adjust. So let's recap my first run. So 3 miles, 29 minutes and 38 seconds. I burnt 389 calories. My average pace was apparently 9:47, which is pretty good actually. I was surprised by that. I thought it would be like a 10-minute pace. My average heart rate was 149, which I want to keep it below 151. So I was able to maintain zone 2 and still had a pretty good pace. I definitely feel it though. My lower back, I got a cramp or like a pain in my right lat halfway through. My bottom of my right foot is killing me right now. My goal again is obviously train shoulders right now and then do another 3 miles. So hopefully I start to recuperate before I hit the last 3 miles. But the last 3 miles I may just take it easy. But let's get into the shoulder workout.
All right, so to kick off this shoulder workout, I started off with dumbbell shoulder press. I did 5 sets of 10 to 12 reps, and then I superset this with 5 sets of 10 to 12 reps of dumbbell lateral raise. Now the first 3 sets of each exercise are just going to be kind of a warm-up set, so I'm not going to be pushing heavy weight for the first 3, just getting the blood pumping, getting the muscles warmed up before I jump in to the last 2 sets. And the last 2 sets are going to be working sets, so I'm going to try to increase the weight. And then even though it says 10 to 12 reps, if I'm feeling it, I'm going to go until complete failure. So that might be 14, 15. I actually didn't even count reps. I just went until I couldn't do any more for the first exercise. For exercise 2, I did another superset. This superset was upright rows, 5 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Again, same concept. The first 3 sets are going to be kind of just warm-up sets. The last 2 sets are going to be working sets where I take them to complete failure. So I did upright rows, and then I went into, I call them rear delt row because it's almost like a row motion, but I'm really trying to focus on almost the traps and the rear delts. This exercise is the best exercise I have found that targets the rear delts. Rear delts are usually the most neglected shoulder part because you can't see them. However, by doing them this way, I feel like it targets them the most. You don't want to use a lot of back. You don't want to use a lot of arms. You just want to focus on using your traps and rear delts for this one. So again, superset, second exercise, 5 sets of 10 to 12 each exercise. All right, and for the third and final superset of this training day, I did 5 sets of 10 to 12 barbell shoulder press. The first 3 sets, again, were going to be warm-up sets. Last 2 sets are going to be working sets where I pretty much take it to complete failure. Once I was done with this, then I supersetted this exercise with dumbbell front raises. So again, I kept the weight a little bit lighter, really focusing on the actual contraction in my form. I did 5 sets, 10 to 12, last 2 sets, working sets, and that concludes today's shoulder day. That shoulder workout was a very short and effective workout. As soon as I was done with that, then I switched out my lifting shoes for my running shoes and then hit another 3-mile run. So I'm definitely out of shape, but the second 3 miles is a little bit easier. Those 3 miles were a little bit easier than the first 3 miles, but where I felt it the most was my feet. And that's one thing when it comes to training for like these Spartan races, I really just try to put my body in an uncomfortable situation for the time that I think it's gonna take me to complete the race. So if I look at my stats for today, my first 3 miles took 30 minutes, we'll say. My workout took 41 minutes. So that puts me at about 1 hour and 10 minutes. My time for the 3 miles that I just ran, 28 minutes, 3 miles. I had a 9:30 per minute mile pace, burnt 392 calories, and then my average heart rate was 158. So if you take all that, it's basically I was working out for 1 hour and 40 minutes.
as the weeks progress and I get closer to the actual Spartan race, my time in training is going to increase. It's going to increase in obviously mainly just the miles. The workouts are probably going to be about the same length because I'll probably do shoulders every Saturday. My goal, I think right now, my workout or my training program, I do shoulders on Saturday, and then I want to say back on Sundays. But that may change as the training progresses, because realistically, when it comes to Spartan races, where you feel it the most is your legs. You definitely need to train your legs to be able to run the distance. And then there's always some type of like hills and incline that you got to train your legs for. And then when it comes to upper body, you need to train your grip strength, and then really your chest from the burpees if you don't complete an obstacle, and then like your lats and back, basically, because you're going to be doing a lot of pulling. So what I may do is, as I get closer to race day, I may change and have legs on Saturday, a leg day mixed with my long run, and then on Sundays, another run mixed with a back workout. So I'm gonna feel it out. I got 4 weeks basically to figure it out. One thing about what I learned today though, your feelings really determine what you do in life. And what I mean by that is, before my run, before my workout, I was feeling sorry for myself, I was feeling tired, I was feeling stiff, and I really did not feel like working out. And that right there is the voice of average. Every person out there has it. And if you listen to it, you live an average, mediocre life. If I would have listened to that, I would have went back to bed, fell asleep, woke up, didn't work out, probably ate, and I would have just spiraled into the average thinking. The only reason I'm able to push through it is because I know what happens when you clock in and embrace the suck and don't be average. When you do those 3 things and you force yourself to step out of your comfort zone and get uncomfortable during that run, and you embrace the suck, I know that what's going to happen is my mind, my endorphins, and everything are going to reach a peak performance where I start feeling really good. I start feeling empowered. I start feeling positive. I start feeling motivated. I start feeling inspired. All my thoughts are basically about how I'm going to accomplish goals. It's just a very positive state of mind. But I'm feeling that way because I put myself in an uncomfortable situation and I did not listen to the voice of average. The problem is the average person will listen to that voice of average and never know what that feeling feels like, of feeling empowered, feeling inspired, feeling motivated, feeling disciplined, all these feelings that you get when you actually clock in and embrace the suck. But you already know my motto, don't be average. So all in all, it was a good first day back. I know I'm gonna be feeling it tomorrow. Tomorrow I got 3 miles, and I think, like I said, mixed with a back workout. Today's a high carb day, tomorrow's a high carb day, and then I'll go back into my 2 low carb days. So I'm excited to get back into it. I definitely needed that break. However, I think I went a little too overboard. As for my plans for today, I gotta take Leo to get a bath. I gotta get my truck washed because it's absolutely disgusting from traveling up to Mammoth. And then I gotta do some meal prep and just relax with Adeline and Cassie today. So all in all, it's a good week, good day. I'm excited. Make sure you guys follow the channel because what I'm actually going to be doing, and also follow my Instagram, because I think what I'm going to start doing is I always post my morning routine, but I think I'm going to start posting my morning weigh-in because that's something I always do every single day too. So if you guys want to track, follow along my progress as I train for completing the Spartan trifecta. I already done the sprint this year. My plan is to do the Beast and Super in November and complete my 2nd trifecta ever. So appreciate you guys watching. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, comment below any questions you may have or any videos you want to see upcoming. I appreciate everybody who subscribes to the channel, and you guys already know the motto. Stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, don't be average. I'll catch you guys in the next one.